Okay, hello guys, welcome back. How you enjoy your Python programming? Okay, today we are continuing with our project, our Python project. We've created image slicer project, password generator, and some others. Today, this is the third project in Python which we are creating. Okay, and this one we are creating a simple login systems that check if the entered username and password match the correct ones entered by the user. Okay, by the way, if you are just coming across the channel, please kindly like and subscribe to keep us going, like the content and subscribe to the channel. We have already created the directory, so the next thing we are going to do quickly is to create the files. Again, we'll create a readme.md file. Like I said, it's more like a markdown file that explains what our project is all about. And let me just give a simple overview. Let me have a heading, and I'll just call this simple Python login project, just like that. Okay, and I'll just give a brief description of what it's doing. Simple login system that checks if the entered username and password match the correct ones entered by the user, just like that. This is just a readme file, a markdown file that explains what our project is doing. So go ahead to create the Python file. So I'll call this login.py. login.py. Okay, so we are going to start working on this now. So the first thing we have to do, we have to import the time module. So I'll do import time. Let me explain this briefly. By time module, we are importing time module which provide a various time related functions that we are going to use later to create a delay in our system. But again, you want to get more information about this, of course, this is a resource which you can read more about the time module and what is doing. And here you have this is a standard Python module that offers functions for accessing and converting time. So to use this, we must first import the time module using import time, and there are various ways you can use this. You just try and look through the resources, and again, these are some of the ways you can use this import time module. So we are going to use one of these, which is time.sleep specifically, so you can go through the resource I've showed you earlier to get more information about that. Okay, so we are importing the time module, and again after then we are going to more like set a constant. We are going to set the constant value for the user name. Okay, I'll give the username jweb, and password I just want to give this of course you should know that these are string. This is a string. Okay, so more like we are going to compare what the user is going to enter later with these constants. These are more like constant value that you are giving. Okay, this must be what the user have to enter. If anything is done outside this, it's wrong. It's going to prompt an error or an incorrect password or username has been entered. So the password, I'll just give it Wonderland, just like that. And after that, we go ahead to create a system that will prompt the user to enter their username. So it's called username underscore input. That's the variable that is going to hold the username that is going to be entered by the user. So we use input to accept values, all right, from the user. So input, more like prompting the user to type their username. Okay, so we are going to have username here, which is going to display, and is going to wait for the user to enter their username, just like that. And we'll go ahead to do the same thing for password. So we do password underscore input, and again we do input, which is going to prompt the user to enter their password, just like that. Okay, so after that, the next thing we are going to do, we are going to have some set of if-else statements, which is going to compare what the user have entered, if it is exactly the same thing as what we have here. If it's not the same, it's going to print some statement, probably incorrect password enter or incorrect username, or both are wrong, or you may want to check both feeds, something like that. So first you have an if statement. If username input, that is the one inputted by the user, is exactly same, okay, as username, which is this. If what the user will enter is exactly the same thing as what is here, okay, that's what this statement is talking about. And password input, okay, sorry, forgot, I have to close this so that we have a large work environment. Okay, I believe this is okay. So password and password input is again exactly the same as password. Then print, we are going to print a set of statements. Okay, and what we want to print is access granted. Okay, so we are saying that if what the username entered here, what the user entered here as user input is the same thing as what this constant, all right, and password, if both are correct, if both are same as what is here, then grant the user access, print out access granted. That's what we are talking about there. So again, after printing that, again we'll print out this string, please wait, and again we go ahead to use the time module which we talked about earlier. Okay, so after printing this, if everything is correct that we entered by the user, is going to print access granted. Then it's going to print this again, please wait. Then it's going to utilize this time.sleep, which we imported. Take note, you have to import the time module for you to be able to use it. All right, you have to import it. It's more like a library in Python. You have to import that before you can use it. A predefined written code in Python. So you are going to do time.sleep, and we want to sleep that for 5 milliseconds. Okay, then we go ahead to again print another statement after the sleep time has elapsed. Then we print So this is going to make the program to sleep for 5 seconds. So after that, we'll again want to print a set of statements, and we want to print OK. Then we're going to print this dot dot dot, more like loading, just like this. Okay, again we have that, we add that to that. Let me remove this space here. All right, just like that. So we utilize the time function again, or time module. So I'll do time the sleep, and this time we want to sleep the program for 1 second, and after that we want to print this dots, and again let's just do this. We're going to do this more like 3 times. Time the sleep, again we sleep it for 1 second, then we print the dot dot thrice. Okay, just like that. So after all of this is just a simple we are utilizing the time dot sleep module now. If we do time, it's going to sleep this for 5 seconds, then after then we print okay loading, after then sleep for 1 second, then print this dot dot, then sleep 1 second again. So more like this sleep is wait a little before you print the next one, wait a little. That's what that is, just as simple as that. So we go ahead, after printing all of the above, we want to display this statement. All right, you logged in, successfully. Okay, it's going to print this out just exactly like this. And after then we want to use the else if statement. Take for instance this a loop, we use the if statement here. So again we want to go ahead to use the else if statement. So I'll just do else if user input is exactly same as username, and password input is not exactly as the password entered by the user. Okay, I believe you understand this. By the way, I'll leave the link of a video on how to use if else loop. I'll link that in the description of this video. Okay, peradventure you are new to looping in Python, I'll link that in the comment. So after that we are going to put a column, more like this, a continuous statement. That's what this column stands for. And we want to print out another set of statements, and this time we want to print out incorrect password. Sorry, incorrect password, try again. What you are saying here, if after this if statement run, we have another if else statement. If user input is the same thing as this username entered here, and password input is not. So if username is correct and password is not correct, then print incorrect password. One element, one of the item is correct, the other is not correct, print the one that is wrong, which is the password, incorrect password. Try again. That is what we are saying here. And again, if we use another if statement, this time we want to do if user input is wrong, if it is not correct, if it is not equal to username. I hope you are following. And password input is correct, that is same thing as the password that was provided, the password here, which the constant password they entered here. Then what is going to happen? They want to print another set of statements, and that is print incorrect. It's a string, so let me input print incorrect username. Okay, so print a correct username. Try again. So these two statements, if the username is correct, it's exactly same as the correct one we entered above, and password is wrong, then print password incorrect password. Try again. And if the username is not same, is wrong, and password is correct, print correct username. Try again, just like that. So after that, we go ahead to do the last, which is the else statement. That's how if else statements work. So we do else print you may want to check both the password and the username. You may want to check both fields. Okay, you may want to check both fields. So that is what is going to, the user may want to check both fields to enter the correct one. Okay, so let's try this. If okay, oh, I think we are forgetting something here. This if. So there's supposed to be, this an if statement, there's supposed to be a column here. So if there's a column there, that means all of these values are going to, we are going to indent this. So yep, we are going to indent that. Okay, so okay, let's try to run this by typing Python login. And let me just type that out. To run it, you come to your terminal, Python, you type Python and the name of the file login.py. So if I hit enter, okay, we have an error here. All right, let me see. Okay, first, all right, this print is supposed to be indented because it's supposed to be in the if loop. So let me indent that. Let's run this again. Okay, all right, so it works now. Enter user name. So let me enter the same thing I entered there first. So the username we enter in the constant is jweb, just like that. password. Let me enter the correct one, Wonderland. Okay, you see access granted, please wait for 5 seconds. After that, okay, loading, dot. All right, you logged in successfully. So that's what the script is, the console application is about. So again, let me do this again, and this time I'll enter the wrong password. So username jweb, password 123, which is wrong, of course, incorrect password, try again. So that's what it's all about. Please like and subscribe to keep us going. I'll see you in the next project.